Yo, what's going on there, guys? Welcome back to the full flight video. This is the flight commander. So today we are flying the Avianca Airbus A320 Sharklets with the call sign ACA 408. It's the Avianca El Salvador group. Registration today we are flying is number 562 Alpha Victor. Fueling and catering is going on board. Today we are flying to Chicago. It's about 5 hours of flight time as shown. Not 5 hours, but it's just about four and a half hours. Let me show the flight plan now today to the destination Chicago. We are flying the call TACA 408 from Chicago, from San Salvador to Chicago. Type A320. Today we are going to take a we're going to have a flight time on the cruise to 44 hours and 13 minutes. 34,000 feet on the cruise. Costing this is 31. It's about 18,030 nautical miles of journey. Wind on the cruise is 265 60 knots and quite westerly winds and good winds. We're taking about 13.5 tons today with the passenger load of 153 with about 2,300 kgs we can make it up to. 58.5 tons and take off at 71.8 tons. Today we are expecting runway 25 for departure by the Delta 3 Foxtrot departure. The scheduled block time today is about to be 4 hours and 41 minutes. Today on the cruise 153 passengers, 2000 kgs, 2,300 kgs of bags on board. Scheduled block time is about 4 hours and 40 minutes. Estimated is said to be 4 hours and 41 minutes. The winds at San Salvador is variable at 2 knots, 10 kilometers of visibility for showers and rains. CBs, but I don't see any CBs in this. NH1011. Destination ordinary Chicago winds are calm and quiet. Good winds, -8 degrees, and winds at departure Guatemala. It is also quite good winds. Destination ordinary is quite good winds as well. It's favorable. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the flight. Get start of the cockpit preparation. Let's get ready for departure. Let's get started with the flight, and this is going. Fueling is completed on timing. Let's get the seatbelts on and APU on. Fuel pumps all on. Get the fueling completed. We'll just go to the FCU and just switch on all the VORs, constraints, and pilot brief. Here, let's keep it like this. We go to the send request. And the request, and we'll just wait for the request to be filed. TACA 408. Okay, let's just get my EFB now. So cost index is 31 today. 34,000 on the cruise. We can make it a bit higher. And ground temperature is 24 degrees today. 13.5 tons today on the block fuel. We go to the receive the load sheet. Accepted 58.5, 32.3, 32.3, and done. We'll just wait for the clearance. In the meanwhile, we'll just wait, and let's just get the clearance as well. Clearance, okay, so San Salvador expecting information. You can expect runway 07 for the arrivals today. Give me a second, yeah. Information uniform on board, type A320. Stand number 9. Okay. Clearance frequency is 12125. Clearance, good day, TACA 408, stand number 9, information uniform on board, type A320, request clearance to Chicago Asphalt, please, Kilo Oscar Romeo Delta.
Stand by, you're number 1.
In the meanwhile, we calculate takeoff performance out of preliminary takeoff performance runways.
408, cleared to Chicago via the Real 3 Foxtrot departure. Then as filed, climb 4000. Expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure on 129.2, squawk 7454. And we had to change your departure runway to 7.
TACA 408 cleared, destination Chicago, Delta 3 Foxtrot departure initially 4000, expecting flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure of 129.2, squawking 7454 and expecting runway 07 for departure. So calculate.
TACA 408, read that correct. Ground is on 121.7, safe flight, sir.
121.7, TACA 408, good day. 7454. Okay, 153, 154, 155. 153, 154, 155. Flex is 659 degrees.
This is your lead flight attendant Laura.
Laps
Speaking on behalf of
laps
the
1.
entire crew of Avianca El Salvador flight 408. We are currently boarding for our flight to Chicago. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you.
Go to this Delta 3 Foxtrot.
Do not hesitate to contact
Direct
any
to
member of our crew.
Mike
Thank
Sierra
you.
Lima Papa. Direct and runway 07, no star and no stars, and there we go. And request an initial climb to 4000. APU is on, extra power is off. And no quick departure briefing from here. So initially push back facing the so we'll initially push back. Okay, just loading up. So just initially push back facing. We'll take the we're taking runway 07, so we'll face the west on Foxtrot, taxi Foxtrot Alpha runway 07 after getting airborne. And after getting airborne, we'll just climb at the SID to El Salvador and Delta 3 Foxtrot. And this is our flight plan today to Chicago. 3 hours up. So that's done. We are ready for the pushback and startup. Boarding is completed. Last few bags to go. So I think this is a good time to start the pre-flight checklist. Gear pins covers removed. Fuel quantity is approximately 13.5 tons, and that is balanced. Seatbelt signs on. ADRS is snap. Barrel reference KNH 1012. Copy operation check is completed. Okay, let me just give a quick announcement to the passengers on board. Let me just get the initial flight time today. Okay.
We're cleared out of El Salvador on the Autumn 4-5.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is our captain speaking from the flight deck. Welcome aboard this Avianca El Salvador flight 408 with the Airbus A320 service to Chicago from El Salvador. Flight time today to Chicago will take around 4 hours and 30 minutes. Expecting a cruise of 34,000 feet above the mean sea level. As of now, we just completed the boarding, and we just need to complete some paperwork shortly, and we should be ready for a pushback in the next about 5 minutes. Once airborne, we'll be flying a northerly crossing over the airfield and then on to the Chicago about 4 hours. And thank you for choosing to Avianca, and we wish you a pleasant stay on board a comfortable flight. Cabin crew, almost flight. Thank you. Alrighty, we are ready for pushback and startup. And parking brakes. Okay, before start checklist, please. Before start, parking brakes set. Takeoff speeds and thrust. We were 130.53, we are 154, we do 155, flex 59, windows and doors both are closed, beacon on. Before start checklist completed. A quick checks for the passengers that they are boarded. And I think GSX is not again doing the animating the passengers once again. I think that's a bug in GSX. Some weird bug flaw. Okay, we are ready. Ground, good day. Avianca, correction. TACA 408 request pushback and startup. Stand number 9, expecting runway 07 for departure.
El Salvador Flight 408. We are currently pushing back from Monsignor Oscar Arnulfo Romero International Airport, and we will be flying to Chicago O'Hare International Airport. The estimated mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode.
All
Laptops or larger devices.
pushback and startup approved facing west TACA 408.
Landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes
And all my
prohibited anywhere on
aircrafts,
board,
all my flight sim
including the
aircraft will
lavatories.
have
In the event of
brake
a loss
fans
of cabin
installed at
pressure,
all costs.
oxygen masks
I don't
will
want
drop
any brake
automatically.
heating issue on the
Hold the
aircraft.
mask
Sorry.
firmly towards you. Place it over your nose and mouth.
Okay,
and
GPS
breathe
primary
normally.
is set, and I think we
Remember
are
to
ready for
secure your
pushback
own
and startup.
mask before assisting others.
Continue pushback facing the
Life
tail
vests
right
are
and parking
located
brakes
under your
release.
seat or between the seats.
Parking brakes release, you may
To
start
put
for
it
push,
on,
starting my
slip
engine
it
start.
over your head, pull the straps to tighten, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Special life vests for children are available. Floor level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. There are 2 exits located at the front and 2 at the rear of the aircraft. The nearest
Alright,
exit
pushback
remains
is we are ready for
behind
pushback,
you. In
and
case of evacuation, please leave all personal belongings behind and follow all safety instructions from the crew immediately. For your safety, the brace position is as follows. Lean forward with your head on or near your knees and keep your hands on the back of your head. Please refer to the safety information card located in your seat pocket for further details. Thank you for your attention.
okay, star number 2 and 1.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Alright, a good engine start. Flaps 1, spoilers armed, APU is off. So I'll go after start checklist, please. After start checklist. Anti-ice as required, ACAM start is set. Base trim is neutral. Other trim is neutral after start checklist completed. Okay. TACA force road, request taxi runway 07 full length.
TACA 408, runway 07, taxi via Foxtrot Delta Alpha.
Taxi runway 07 via Foxtrot Delta and Alpha, TACA 408. So Foxtrot Delta and Alpha. So Foxtrot Delta and Alpha. So it's straight and left and then right. Parking brakes released and yeah, a full flight control check. Full left, full right, left, full down, full left, full right. Flight control set. Taxi lights on. Alright, we're now taxiing now. Flight controls is also checked. Sorry, I had to keep my mic off due to some background voices here in the things. And lights. Let's get some power now. So taxi checklist before the brakes. Set, idle press, check 0. So taxi checklist, flight controls check, flaps 1 plus F, redamper intervention system on and auto. Engine mode selector is normal, ACAM mode takeoff, fully 1 is blue. TACA 408 ready for departure, runway 07.
Go on departures. Avianca 383.
Avianca 383, contact departure.
We're in departure on 129.2, TACA 310.
Right. TACA 408 request ready for departure, runway 07. Alrighty guys, so we are ready for airborne. So we have already got the clearance. Therefore take off runway 07, TACA 408. Okay. Parking brakes released. Line up checklist. Take off runway 07 full length confirm TCAS, TARA. Taxon and 2 both off. Okay, ready for departure. In takeoff. Ready for rolling takeoff? Ready? Okay, take off.
Skyhawk 1 Bravo Mike, contact departure on 129.2.
Contact departure on 129.2. 1
Bravo Flex 59 SRS runway at just blue. 100 knots straight. One rotate. Positive line, gears up. All the pilot one and all. Alright, climb thrust. Autopilot 1 on, packs 129.2. Laps of speed. Departures good attack of 408 with your passing 2600 for 4000 Delta 3 Foxtrot departure. Alright, parking brakes release. Okay, flawless release.
TAC 408, El Salvador approach, radar contact, climb 4000, turn left, heading 310, vectors to D173 Echo, then is filed.
Attack of 408 request direct to Delta.
TAC 408, direct to D173 Echo approved, proceed as requested.
Although my mic was off due to some things in the background, so yeah.
Climb flight level 220.
Climb flight level 220 Taka 408. Civil signs off and yep, passing 10,000. We may contact the center now. Connection to center 1
Dear guests,
Mike Hotel
lavatories are now
Chanchali.
available for your use. You may also use approved electronic devices in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention.
Greenwich 1016 Taka 408. Alrighty, so passing 10,000 feet now, so guys, I'll see you once we arrive into we started descending to Chicago. Till then, see ya and enjoy the views on the flight. Alright guys, we are about to start approaching the next 10 minutes into Chicago. The weather information in Chicago reports to be information called for we have copied. We expect from 28 center and winds are currently 180 at 4 knots and broken at 3000 feet, broken at 2500 feet, minus 7 degrees, altimeter 3036. We'll expect order break low for this and
November Kilo, you already have flight following. Climb and maintain 5500.
Waterloo Regional Altimeter 29er.71.
Kuwait Center says that. Okay, so pretty much will be on the outer runway, so it will take a bit of time. So right now, we have done the approach preparation, so we are going to descend via the ILS to its center, shine to arrivals, Vogler transition, and transitions. It's going to be the it's going to be the shine to transition. Yep. So it is going to be the Foxtrot Tango Zulu. Check. It's the Forestal VOR. It's the Forestal VOR into Chicago, and we are inbound Cashin now. Cashin. So we are using order weight low for this, and yeah. Let's do a quick arrival briefing as well. So we are expected to descend via the ILS, the Shantu arrivals are passing through Foxtrot Tango Zulu. Is right over Cashin, so Forestal VOR will descend via the start towards Shan transition Nevis. Then on to this will be inbound for the ILS to its center, Vogler transition. Let's give it a second and so once past London, no, how do you pronounce this? Lima November Delta Uniform Order, that's what I call. Then to its center. Okay. Once landed, we'll vacate via Papa 1 and most of Delta and then right on to Alpha to the stands over here. I saw this over here stands. So this completes the arrival preparations, and I'll see you when we are started our approach into Chicago.
Midway delivery, Southwest, 140. I have information with the board.
Alright guys, we have started approach into Chicago. We are expecting ILS 10 right, but yeah, SA Intentions is giving some weird runway directions for us. We are taking 10 right, but the active runway is to its center now, as per the real life, if I'm not wrong. As you can see, it's quite cloudy in Chicago here in FS 2024. NSM. Let's see what's the active runway used in Chicago. It shows to its center is clearly used for the arrivals. We're running on the opposite direction literally. This is on the ILS frequency. Get the speed brakes. The speed to 40 knots.
Contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
128.15 Taka 408. Glide slope plus slope local calculated order by 1+2. Speed is 200. Speed brakes. Flaps 1. We check flaps 1. Speed 180. Tower good day, Taka 408. Established on the ILS 10 right, 10 miles out.
2,500.
So 10 right indicates we are totally landing in the opposite.
Chicago Tower, roger.
Okay, gear down. Approach checklist by reference QNHS 30 altimeter 3036 seatbelts on, minimums 930, auto brakes low and auto brakes medium. Engine mode status normal, approach checklist completed.
1,000.
Totally landing in the opposite direction lol. Landing checklist EKM landing normal, landing checklist completed. Okay. Laps 2. Laps 3.
Delta 58 Heavy, contact departure on 133.625.
Taka 40 clear to land runway 10 right.
400. 100 above. Minimum
Continue.
200.
Taka 408, runway 09er, cleared to land runway 10 right.
10 right clear to land Taka 40.
Flight slow.
40, 30, 20. Retard.
Okay. Ground spoilers. Reverse green decels.
Taka 408, welcome to Chicago. Exit at Whiskey 2 if able. Contact ground on 124.125.
Whiskey 2 and ground on 124.125 Taka 408.
27 center, citation tree 5.
124.125. Ground good day, Taka 408, vacated runway 10 right via Whiskey 2, request taxi to the gates.
Taka 408, taxi to Terminal 2, Gate E2 via Whiskey 3, Whiskey Yankee. Hold short of runway 28 right, then November Lima Lima, Alpha 17, Alpha Uniform, taxi landing Bravo. Good day.
Lima Lima. Taka 408, taxing to Terminal 2, Gate Alpha 2 via Whiskey 3, Whiskey, crossing runway 28 right, and then on to November, Lima Lima, Alpha 17, Alpha Uniform, and then to taxi lane Bravo. Just give me a second, guys. Match up. So Whiskey 2, Whiskey Was a whiskey to whiskey 3. Let's get my charts here and just see what does it say. So whiskey 3 whiskey 3 whiskey how is it? Whiskey 3 whiskey Yankee. Then Yankee, then is it quite a Yankee, then hold short on way 28 right, and then on to Yankee 4. Okay, so quite complicated taxiway. After landing Pickles is going to be a little bit longer taxi. So I'll see you guys. I'll just see you once we have just approached from way 28 right.
The requested position is already assigned to another aircraft.
Cessna 904 Juliet, contact Chicago Center on 126.425. 126.425 for Cessna 904 Juliet. Good day.
Departure citation tree 5000 for 4000.
Citation 335, radar contact, altitude restrictions canceled, maintain VFR.
Climb 14, 4000, citation tree 35.
Right, so the parking brakes set, APU goes on and shut down is okay. Well done, 4008 minutes.
Boarding requested.
Go to disarm all slides and cross check and report, please. Thank you. Passengers, welcome down
Ladies
to
and gentlemen, this is
Chicago.
your lead flight attendant Laura. On behalf of Captain Madhav and First Officer Sanjay,
Well done,
we wish you a
4035
pleasant
minutes.
stay here in Chicago, a beautiful vacation, and safe travels to your next destination. Thank you.
Alright guys, thank you for joining this full flight video from Bogota to from Bogota, from San Salvador to Chicago. I'll see you in the next full flight video stream. Then have a nice day and see you next time. Bye bye. Have a good one. Peace. Take care. Bye bye.